This engagement is supported by the Arts Midwest Gig Fund, a program of Arts Midwest that is funded by the National Endowment for the Arts.
Here we are. Welcome to my show, Colors of Poetry. And so these are my own creations. I just wrote a story for each one, a narrative, a little research piece, or poetry to go along with each piece with it. I don't want to just complete a lesson. I want it to be meaningful. I want it to have some depth or a story to it. So we get the assignment, we get the lesson, it's a skill, we're developing it, but then I think about it. I drive around in my car, I go to bed at night and I think about it. I wake up thinking about it, and it's crazy that I would think about art that much. I think we got it. Here we go. So each one has a piece of literature with it. I hope people go through and they read the story, they look at the painting, or they can look at them separately. That's okay too. There's just some little creative poems I put together with a lot of feeling in them. Resilience, Burmese refugee woman. Painstaking work to get the emotions in the face. She looks a little hungry without nutrition, and there's a whole story that goes with the women who escaped from Burma. Sad stories. I'll read a little bit here for you. Their plight is very real, and they move here, they try to seek refuge. They have a history of ongoing political unrest, ethnic religious persecution. They have forced labor, torture, rape, and of course the destruction of the crops and even their places of worship. So they moved out of Burma, and many of them were caught and put into a refugee camp. And so that's why I did the rusted. Some of them escaped to Thailand, and so I imagine the barbed wire and her looking out from her camp that she's in. These camps are deadlock situations where they've been there for 20, 30 years. They're not going anywhere. They don't teach them how to take care of themselves. They provide them minimal food. They don't have any recreation and leisure. They're just trapped there. They're victimized there. But thank goodness we have the International House for Women. I heard about this from my sister. She's a director there. So this is one of my first in a series of portraits of some of the refugee women that come to International House to seek refuge. Some come from other countries, some come from battered husbands, but they all need a transition to the living in the United States. So upcoming ones are going to be Afghan. She has Afghanistan people, refugees there, and so we're going to do some of those too. Here we are, wedding dance, the first dance. This one I called not the first dance. They've been dancing for years. This is their wedding picture. So I was inspired to start these poems to match the pictures when I was thinking about what I wanted to say about this. They're best friends. So I started with that. To marry a best friend with unconditional love means to never worry about dying passions. Laughing at every twist and turn makes the vows hold firm, knowing that forever is real, for better or for worse. When love gets rough, these two are stubborn. The stubborn grow more flexible. Blessings can bestow gifts out of sorrow. Dipping and turning, swooping and twisting, I go back to the dance. Holding tight throughout, life is a dance from God. About the lady in the lake. This was a lesson on Art Nouveau. So I used a lot of the descriptions of Art Nouveau in the poem. So I have the organic linear rhythm of Art Nouveau forms a long, sinuous, organic line, taking the form of curvy lake reeds landscaped with phthalo and cerulean, framing My Lady in the Lake, flowered with lotuses representing fertility and piousness, found in white and pink hues, budding in shallow blue waters, decorated My Lady in the Lake. Immersing with purity, clean, possessed an elegant infused line, emerging delicate and full of beauty, crowned the Queen of Paradise, being My Lady in the Lake. I had fun writing that one. So many elements went into this one to pull it off, and I think it's like a accumulation of what I've been working on for the last couple of years. I really like the hinges on that one. It's kind of quirky, creative, and makes me happy. Onions, bundles of dried scarecrows wrapped with red rubber bands at the garden markets for the gardener's discerning eye, white, yellow, red, purple. The expert green thumb, whose skilled hands judge against the moldy, scraggy, atrophied, separate, searching for the right bulbs, white, yellow, and red, purple. Soft, crumbly, sandy loam. Kneel the time to plant them, timing is everything. Plant root crops between the full and new moons, white, yellow, and red, purple. Do not skimp on the sun, not for onions. Grow jade and Kelly green, wait 85 to 110 days. Pray for gentle rain again, white, yellow, and red, purple. When tops topple over, wait for their papery skins, and then gather them into netted bags and store in the dry, dark rock bottom, white, yellow, and red, purple. Pungent, strong, and sharp, sweet and sassy with tears. Raw, hot, winter glory. Bite of beans and a bite of onion. Onions were from Robert Rosemary Nowski. A view from the New Buffalo Beach here in Southwest Michigan. This was a monochromatic using burnt sienna, and it just didn't seem finished. So we kept hearing, where's the blue? Where's the blue? So that's the title of this one. I explored the night sky with burnt sienna undertones, sandy beaches, a tree-lined horizon, and drifting translucent clouds among the night skies. Can you feel blue anticipation? Do not distress, but delight. Personal accomplishments open up the world to expect the unexpected. I can just talk. Okay, this was a diptych, and so we have two sides that are contrasting yet complementary, and we complemented this side with um, human nature, positives, and this side over here with the follies, the hardships. So one of my favorite things is to go around and treasure hunt or collect brick-breakery, little pieces of cast off objects, and so I went through my basket and put them all into this piece. This is actually a bottle that I found out on the property where we live, and make it something more. He was very thankful when I read the poem to him, and he's getting his onions ready for this year.